Welcome back to BeerFormers.
Hi, everybody.
We're having fun doing this still. This is our 12th episode.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dozen.
What can be better than playing with toys and drinking alcoholic beverages?
I'm having a hard time thinking of something right now on a Sunday night.
And we're getting to go to fun places as a result of this, too. So we're still having a blast. So I'm hoping you guys are having fun, too. Thanks for your support. We're up to 145 subscribers as of the tape figure.
Thank you, every single one of you. That's awesome.
The goal's still 150 or more.
Yeah.
So keep sharing, subscribing, all that fun stuff.
Let's do this.
All right, so for our episode, number 12, at the time of this film, we're going to do something we have not done yet. Which has been every episode so far, because we're only doing 12 of them.
I know, right?
But Noel was asking, man, give me something harder, give me something harder.
That's right, I said bring it on.
So we decided to go ahead and do a combiner.
Okay, I may have spoken too soon.
All right, so those of you who don't know, combiners... You
just went all in, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, no, this as far as combiners go, I did not go for the hardest combiner.
Oh, okay.
But I did go for
me up to it.
But if you don't know what combiner are, there's been lots of terms that have been thrown around over the years, but I think we've settled on combiner for these type of things.
What are the other terms?
Gestalt, using like some German philosophy terms, stuff like that. Something being greater than the sum of its parts. That's what a Gestalt is, if you don't know.
Yeah, thank you.
But combiner, I think, is what we said on. So combiners are transformers that have the ability to combine into a larger robot.
I was just thinking that's a very heady term for it to.
I know, but if you've been collecting as long as I have, been on the internet as long as I've been on the internet. I've been on the internet since the inception.
Yeah.
I did not invent the internet, unlike some people would think that, but I've been on the internet for a while. But yeah, lots of, there have been different terms for what these things should be called.
Okay.
Combiner is what they've settled on now.
Okay.
So there was Combiner Wars several years ago, was a whole line of toys that came out, new in stores, focusing on these types of transformers.
All right.
So the combiner I've chosen to talk about tonight and have Noel try out here is one that was never sold in America up until a reissue came out a couple years ago. And even then, you can only get it if you went to certain places. It was kind of an exclusive to certain places.
Like what places?
Like I think it was originally sold from an online place called Entertainment Earth. But certain places like, around here in the area, we have a place called Slackers that sells like old used video games.
Slackers?
So you could get it at places like that, specialty stores. You couldn't just go out to like Target or Walmart and pick up this. And it was only sold in a set.
Okay.
So, but I'm getting ahead.
Like Constructicons.
Constructicons are the original combiner.
Oh, the OG.
Yeah, they're the ones that came out first, but we're not doing the Constructicons tonight.
Oh, man.
All right, this is one of those ones. It only came out in Japan. Came out about 88, 89.
Okay.
Right around the same time as what we did last before with the MicroMasters and whatnot, all right? So, tiny bit of backstory. In America, there were 3 main seasons of the Transformers cartoon.
Right.
And a 4th season consisting only of 4 episodes where they introduced the Headmasters / Target Masters. Those are the toys that came out in like 87.
And then it went...
Okay, and then there was no more new Transformers cartoons in America until Beast Wars came out about 95, 96. In Japan, however, they kept going. All right, and so they had a whole new series called the Headmasters that was like a 52 episode whatever series arc that did what we did in America much better because we only did 4 episodes. And then after that, they had a cartoon called Super God Master Force, was where they introduced the Power Masters.
Wow, Super God and Master all in one title. They're throwing everything
Japanese
in there.
titles there a little bit. Super God Master Force, where they had the Power Masters and the Pretenders. We haven't done Pretenders yet, but we'll do those eventually. Okay, we'll hint at that. And then the next one that came out was called Transformers Victory. And last episode we talked about Galaxy Shuttle. He was from that same toy line. Okay,
or as you like to call him, Liftoff.
Yes. And in Victory, they were pretty much all new toys that were never saw the light of day in America. There were a few exceptions here and there where like came to America, but in different colors or something like that, or different
names. They were all Japanese toys.
But they were all Japanese exclusive toys for the most part. And the one we're going to talk about now is another one of those ones where, unfortunately, there's a bit of a language barrier between what we
like that.
Lay it on me. These guys were called the Breastforce.
Oh no. Why?
Because they all had the same gimmick where they had a piece of breastplate armor that could pop off and become either a weapon that they could hold in their hand or a little animal partner that could run around and help them fight. They were all Decepticons.
What did the animal have to do with breasts?
I don't know. Yeah. So in America...
Did they at least have bras?
They did not have bras, and they were all male for one.
Okay, well.
When the thing was attached, and they would get ready to like send it off to go, they'd be like breast attack, and it would go again. Yeah. So
I've used breast attacks in my
we talk about this a lot, and you're going to see the graphic again. In my head canon, if they were to bring these over to America, they probably would have stuck with the whole master theme that was going on through everything. Headmasters, Target Masters, and these probably would have been called
stuck with
Armor Masters.
Okay.
Okay.
But Breastforce, it sells itself. It's
so Breastforce was 7 figures. Okay. 6 of them became a combiner, which we're gonna break out here in just a second. And the other one was like the leader of the Decepticons for that cartoon, named Deathsaurus.
That's a pretty cool name.
Yeah,
I'll take Deathsaurus. Yeah.
Or Dezaurus if you try to loosely translate it from Japanese to American. There's been a lot of talk about what his name really should be, but that's a whole other episode. So here we go. Here are the Breastforce. They're a leader of the combiner force. Okay.
His name's Chip.
Chip? No.
Oh. Okay.
This one doesn't have this one in my opinion doesn't have a very good English analog. His name was Leo Zach. Okay.
See, that's why we got
every one of these had some sort of animal theme to it, right? Yeah. So Leo Zach's theme was he had a lion partner, and the little guy on the chest here, which Noel will pop out in a second, becomes a little bit of a lion.
Oh, the Breastforce guy is a lion?
This Leo Zach was the leader of Breastforce, the combiner team. So we'll just put that one here.
Okay.
Then going down the line, we had this one's got a cool name, but probably wouldn't have been one that would have sold well. For at least, but it probably would have been attempted by American Toy Company. His name was Hellbat.
Ooh, okay.
Pretty cool name.
Shoot, that's
pretty
better
cool
than Fred.
But I doubt they would put hell on a kid's packaging.
No.
But Hellbat turns into a jet too, and he's got a little bat guy for his front.
Hellbat.
Yeah. Then we had Guy Hawk. And Guy is G-A-I. I think it might actually be a sort of a real term for a real bird, but I think Skyhawk would have probably been more appealing to American ears. He had a little hawk guy that went on his chest, right?
Skyhawk.
Then we had these were air vehicles, and then the other 3 were land vehicles, right?
Oh, okay.
So next up here is a guy who's going to turn into a drill tank. His name was Drillhorn.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
He's got a rhinoceros kind of feel to him. So his little chest partner turns into a rhinoceros, and I'll show close-ups, but all their heads have something to do with the animal too. So like Drillhorn's got like a rhino on his head.
Oh yeah.
And Guy Hawk's got a bird on there.
That little beak.
He's got a little bat motif on his head.
Oh, absolutely.
And Leo Zach's got a lion thing on his head. Okay?
Oh yeah, I can see that. The ears and the nose. That's cool.
This guy's Jaguar.
That's just his name.
Yeah,
it can be like
he's got a Jaguar.
Jaguar.
Yeah. Or if you're into Godzilla, and if you watch these videos, you probably are. You probably know what Jaguar is. Jaguar turns into a dune buggy. Okay. All right? And lastly, we have this another one's kind of a cool one, but again might have got censored for America. Okay. His name is Kill Bison.
Oh yeah.
So killing, but he's a Decepticon, so why not? We did have a guy.
I think it's great.
There was a Decepticon who's going back a little bit. When you bought these in the day, they had a little card you could clip off on them, and it told you about the guy and their powers that. And everyone had a function. And one of the combiner ones was the one, the Stunticons, which we'll do eventually maybe. Function was terrorist.
Oh no,
so
that would not
doesn't
fly
go well
nowadays. Oh yikes!
So some things like that didn't age well from 80s to now. But so Kill Bison turns into like an anti-aircraft.
Bison, kill. All
right.
Faster Bison.
So while Noel tries to transform these all have fairly easy transformations into vehicle form.
Horns right there in his chest.
And you can transform them with the guys still attached to their chest, which is cool. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So where do I start?
You can start anyone you want.
And they all come together to make one big robot?
Let's transform into vehicles first.
Oh, it's a twofer.
Do you want help with this part, or you want to do it all yourself?
Well, let's see. But let's just, per your logic as a kid, this would be 12 toys, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And this is one of the few combiners that did rely on 6 figures. A lot of the combiners were 5-figure guys.
But it's actually 13 toys, because then it's going to turn into a big robot, right?
I love you so much right now.
Yes,
very good.
Okay.
So while you transform each one, I'll tell you a little more about what I know.
So he's going
to start with Leo Zach. And in my head canon, I just called him Jet Lion because it wasn't super, it probably would have been something Hasbro would have came up with as well. So he turns into like an F-14 Tomcat. So he's got swing wings like a Tomcat would do.
These are coming out like this.
Yeah. He's got his lion chest. Lion breast was the name of the original guy. In my head canon, I just took the name of the animal and put the word cannon after it. So it'd be like Lion Cannon would be the guy.
Well, that looks like those are wheels.
They're not wheels. That's just the back legs of the guy. Well, these guys don't have wheels.
All right. So all right, that came out like that.
Yeah.
But
you just push it in.
It's not pushing in.
It might be a little old and tight. So just if you don't want to break it, let me do it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got to. There you go.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. So that was easy.
So that's that. So just
I got that one.
That's Leo Zach, Jet Lion, in my head canon. Okay. So we'll put him over here for now. So pretty standard, really.
What's with this? That's a weird fin. Okay, what's this guy's name again? This is Hellbat. All right.
Yep.
I think I got.
Yeah, this is more like a French. I can't remember, like an F something Dassault French fighter with canards in the front. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone who knows more about these fighter jets could probably tell you, but I do think this is based off a French jet design.
Won't somebody challenge me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, these are easy peasy.
So in the cartoon, Leo Zach was loyal to Death Saurus, but typical Decepticon. He also would like to have power for himself, so he was kind of scheming sometimes. There's Guy-Hawk.
Got him.
Hellbat was a hypnotist.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
He was kind of a coward. So it's almost like they took like the cowardice part of Starscream, put the character in here, and the conniving one to take over power character and put it into Leo Zach. But this guy, this Chiff. But Hellbat, could use his powers to hypnotize people and do stuff. Guy-Hawk here was just a straight up warrior, and he turns into what looks like a MiG fighter from Russia. So it's kind of international type things.
From Russia.
And so that one is the drill tank. That's Drill Horn.
Okay, so this looks like this should go forward, but these hands are. Look what I just did. The hands pulled down.
The guys that are land vehicles. My recollection is that they didn't have as much kind of like solo camera time. So their personalities weren't as developed. So they were just kind of grunts.
Got it.
Drill tanks are a big thing in Japanese Transformers and in some of these that came to America too. But in reality, how was this thing supposed to work?
Yeah,
because you drilled it here. Where's the dirt supposed to go? But these things just,
question.
Go through the ground.
Transformers physics.
Butter. Yeah.
Transformers
physics. So that's Drill Horn with the rhino motif.
All right, here we go.
Next up, you're doing Jaguar, and he's kind of got not maybe so super intuitive there.
It's not.
That's basically it. You have that one, yeah. And those missiles can come off and then go in those sockets there to be like more forward facing. Just yep.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this guy in the cartoon would like hide under the sand because he's a dune buggy. I guess he would pop out of the sand and
doesn't
probably
look
a little more like that.
That doesn't look like a dune buggy, but whatever. Transformers.
That's Jaguar.
He rolls pretty good.
He's got pretty good rolls on him, yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then lastly, you've got Kill Bison.
Kill Bison. Okay.
He's an anti-aircraft
This looks
tank.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
Boom.
And then you can kind of turn this around to face it so you can shoot guys out of it.
Okay.
So there's Kill Bison. Okay. Now, I mentioned before in a previous video, and it's been a long time, but Kill Bison is one of those guys that has the goldish plastic on it.
Oh.
So this is one of those guys where there's reports of him having what's called gold plastic syndrome, where the way they mix the plastic up to do this, there's some sort of inherent flaw in it, so it gets brittle over time. And so this one's held up pretty good so far.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
We'll just try to be extra careful with him from here on out.
Yes,
right?
sir.
All right. Now, a lot of combiners had all these extra parts to be able to turn it into the super robot mode.
Move them back so people can see him. There we go.
There's all 6 of them, right? This one only came with a helmet.
Why?
Because unlike a lot of combiners, everything's built into this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get you started here to throw him into his combine mode, which I have not said the name yet because another one of those names it's a little bit maybe
and that's going to be its head.
Problematic. Yeah, the head goes on it. We have to take this part off and this part off here because this is going to become his gun.
It's going to go.
So these parts that came off of Jaguar and Kill Bison become the gun for the combined mode.
Do you have to put the gun together too?
You'd have to put the gun together too.
Ooh, okay.
That one will not be intuitive at all. So I'll give you a little bit of hand on that one if you want. All right. All
Let's
right.
see.
So in Japan, the combined form of these 6 guys that were the Breastforce or Armor Masters, as I like to call them, his name was Liokaiser. Lio for lion because he's got the head motif from
like a German king.
Yeah, like the German king. Apparently, that's a term that gets used a lot in different types of Japanese anime.
Okay.
I think the Japanese just think the word Kaiser sounds really cool, and so they go with it a lot.
It's like Kaiser Soze.
Yeah,
it does sound cool.
So now Kaiser does. I mean, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I'm of German heritage, but us Germans have some bad raps with the whole World War things going on.
Yeah, there was that.
And so I think Kaiser does tend to kind of have maybe kind of some negative connotations, obviously, right? So in my headcanon, I didn't drop the Kaiser part, but I did get rid of the Lio because it sounds like he's lying or something like that, I just call him Lion Kaiser. That sound good. So my headcanon, he was just Kaisertron.
Oh, okay.
So that sounds kind of cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so let's walk you through this. So first off, let's go ahead and pop off all their breast partners because they don't need to know. Just pull them out of their chest, okay? Because they definitely are not needed for each of this one.
Breast partner.
Okay, so we'll do these together. Right. So for Drill Horn.
Oh, we're supposed to be
We'll go ahead and transform, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Drill Horn his little guy comes off, and I'll put a picture on the screen. It's what looks like a little rhino.
Oh, I get
all right?
it.
Or it can become his weapon, because there's always the part that flips out.
Oh, my goodness.
To become the handgun.
Okay.
So in the cartoon, they would do that. He would be like breast attack, and he would either run out and go and charge something, or he'd turn into his handgun, and he could hold it to fight people. So we'll go ahead and transform the breast partners into their animal form. We'll just go ahead and leave those on the table here. So Guy Hawk's just flips out, and the wings flip out. This forms Hawk Cannon, or Hawk Breast.
All right, I think I got this guy.
Yep.
That's...
Yep.
Who is that? War Bison?
That is Liokaiser.
Liokaiser, okay.
So Lion Cannon, if you will, or Lion Breast, I think is his official name.
Okay.
Again.
And, here's a bat. This dude's a total bat.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Here is Jaguar's little cat partner for him. Okay.
And bat guy over here.
We'll put these on the screen, what they look like in animal form and in weapon form, too. But every one of these can become a handgun for these guys here, too. So we got 1, 2, 3.
Rabies man over here.
We're missing one. Who is it? Oh, here it is. It's Kill Bison.
Okay.
You want to do Kill Bison?
Yeah, I do. Is he going to turn into a bison?
Yeah, he turns into
Okay.
And the horns were clever disguised. Remember, Noel, when you pointed out, look, there's horns on it. Those were basically the animal's horns when he's in animal mode.
Okay.
So when the head flips up, it kind of is on the side there, either side of the head. So it's supposed to be like
I
his
see.
horns.
Okay.
So he's more like a bull. So I think actually this character's name is Bull Cannon. Or Bull Breast, I think.
Not to be
I think
mistaken
Bull
with
Breast.
Bull Shannon.
Bull Cannon in my head canon there, all right? So there are the animal partners here. And again, they form chest armor or breastplate armor. That's the term Breastforce. Or they become little animal partners, or they become the hand weapons for the guys too.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and transform this into Kaisertron or Liokaiser, right?
Does it come in after we put him into a robot?
Really, I think some of them can still be in the chest when it's transformed, but not all of them. Some of them absolutely cannot be in the chest when it's transformed.
But do they go on later?
No, they really don't.
So they just have to be on their own?
Yeah, I guess they fly around and like the swarm around him and help him out or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right. Let's build this thing from the ground up. So let's start off with these two guys, because these guys form the legs.
Feet?
Yeah. So if you look on the side and you see like a little panel that's going to flip down and form a foot. So you just got to kind of grab it. And pull it down.
This?
Nope.
That looks like feet to me.
That's the foot of the robot. We want the foot of the main look right here. It's going to be the same thing. There's a little panel here on the side that's at the foot that's going to fold down. Be careful because it's gold plastic.
Okay. Why did you give me the gold plastic?
You want me to do it then?
No, I got it. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. I am amazing. Oh, is that it? That's all it is?
So now this is the foot. So do the same thing on the side. And then you got to flip this part up here because this is the connector piece.
Oh, I didn't see the other side.
Yeah.
All right.
So one is one foot, one is the other foot.
Okay. I got that one out. Mm-hmm. This doesn't want to come out over here.
Well, it's on the wrong side. That's just a sticker. There's only one foot. You already had it.
Oh, I thought you said there was one on both sides.
So bend the nose cone down.
Okay, you're
and then
confusing
flip up that part.
Flip up what part?
Like this. See that part? So this part flips up. So he's got a similar thing. Just flip up that part.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Oh, I got.
Okay. So now these are in leg mode.
Okay.
All right. So it's got a foot here, and it's got the part that's going to connect it. So these form one leg and the other.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Jaguar.
See that.
All right. Grab Jaguar.
This guy here. Mm-hmm. Okay. He's going to be the body.
Yep. For this one, you just need to flip over the hood of the car.
All right. Like that.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. And let's forget this part here. These little parts here are peg into this.
Okay.
So I think it is just.
Should have practiced this, Dave, before you pulled it up down off of your shelves for me.
These for you.
This is riveting.
It is riveting. You ready for it?
I am.
Okay. You want to do it? Or you want me to do it?
Well, you do one, and I'll do the other. Oh. Cool.
It's still not right though. There's something not quite. Is it maybe just this? Yeah,
maybe it's breasts are saggy.
It's that.
Okay.
So this forms the waist, and the rest of it just hangs off the back.
Right.
Okay, so we'll just do it like this. I'll do that one.
Maybe it needs a Wonder Bra.
Okay, and you can do that one.
All right, so this goes in here like this. Well, that didn't go well. Let's give that another try. Maybe if I use both hands. All right, I got it that time.
All right. So this little hole here is going to do it. So next we need to do Liokaiser. Okay, so for Liokaiser, go ahead and fold down his nose cone.
Nose cone down.
There you go. Fold up the wings.
Wings up like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
fold down
cool.
the
That's
legs.
satisfying.
If you can't do it,
Got it.
And then fold them toward you. Yep. and that's going to plug in here.
Okay.
See, there's a peg here.
Oh,
that's going to plug into that there.
Like this?
Yep.
Like this?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
there's something.
And then this part here just kind of plugs into that front part there.
Woo! Fun.
So there, that's all it was.
I like it.
And this can fold up like that.
Okay.
Okay. So now he's got the chest.
I need some arms.
The legs, and we'll do the head last. Okay.
Okay. Now I need some arms.
So the arms.
Which is the left? Which is the hardest ones. Which is the right arm?
These are the hardest parts here. You ready for this now? So go ahead and grab one. It doesn't matter. I mean, they do matter which one's which, but you guys can grab one. Which one?
What are you doing over there?
One you want to do. I'm getting this gun ready for you. So this is the gun for Kaiser.
Again, how did you get this with all the pieces intact? That is so many little.
Being a Japanese transformer, they're pretty rare to come by here in America. So I bought these at conventions and or eBay, and I think I bought them all in the box still. But
really?
Yeah. So
did you get them all in one box, or did
no?
You
I had to buy. I had to buy them piecemeal.
So each one of these came in its own box.
Yes, you could buy it as a gift set.
Oh, okay.
But I did not buy mine that way. Okay, so let me show you something real quick. So I'll do this one. I'll do this one and do that one. On the front, these guys have the same thing. There's a panel here on the front that flips over. He's got one too. Yeah. He's on the opposite side.
I see it. I just gotta get my finger in there. I got it.
And then this part folds down.
Well,
in that space, right?
Like that? Like he's doing a high kick.
Yeah.
High kick, high kick. This is how we do it. Okay.
And then on the inside of one of the legs, there's the part that you slide that out, and it becomes the fist.
What?
So the inside,
I see it.
See it? Okay.
Yeah, I see it. Watch this. Watch this crap.
And then you need to flip the nose cone. You need to flip the nose cone of the jet back.
There you go. There's the fist right there. Okay. Nose cone back.
I forgot about the head. The head's got to flip over too, because you got to have total clearance.
Oh! Look at that! Look at that! Okay, boy, he's contorting.
Okay, so you get the head flipped over, right? Flip the leg all the way up into that cavity. So like he's doing a kick over his head.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you
then
poor
you take the arm with the fist and bend it down.
Okay.
Okay.
Like that?
Yep.
Jeez.
Let me see what you got now. Yep, that's basically it.
Yes.
Now, next last thing, there's a little thing there that has to flip out.
All right.
That allows you to connect these two together. So he's got a socket over here. He's got a peg that's got to flip out.
How on earth does it flip out?
Well, you're going the wrong way. It's going to flip out toward you. Here you go.
Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. Got it.
Plug those two together.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it just goes only one way.
Oh, got it.
Okay. And now, these two pegs here,
are
going to plug into those pegs there. Okay.
In this direction?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Don't press too hard because you might knock him over.
There he is. Check that out.
All right. So now he's formed except for the head.
All right, there's his head.
So it just fits on top of Leo's head.
Sorry about that.
Pops on there like that.
Like this?
Well, it's got to face that way so we can look forward.
Oh, this is his front?
Yeah.
It's not sticking on anything.
Attach. He's got to put it on there the right way.
Like that.
Perfect.
Ah!
And now you can put the gun in his hand.
Okay.
Whichever hand you want.
I'm a righty, so we're going to use his right hand.
Right hand down a little more too.
Okay. So just kind of pop it up. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go.
And just put it in the peg.
Cool. That wasn't super hard.
So as far as combiners go, this has one of the most unique combining modes, right? Most of them are very modular, where you can actually swap arms and legs.
Oh, wow.
I think Devastator has a very unique transformation into a combiner. Liokaiser here, or Kaisertron does.
Or Kaiser Soze.
Then there's
Let's call him that.
Then there's the Multi-Force, which we'll talk about at some point, that has a combiner mode. A lot of the Japanese ones had very unique combiner modes, but a lot of the American ones, that which of course they did share with Japan, had very kind of just run-of-the-mill. They would all combine the same way, right? So this is, in my head canon, Kaisertron. So he's a combiner. So, and it's kind of weird about these guys that when they're combined, there's different ways of handling it. Sometimes they're a totally different personality. Sometimes it's like the leader's the personality. Sometimes it's a merging of all their personalities. So sometimes that makes them kind of dumb because the guys don't get along. They can't decide
that's
on
great.
what to
There's
do.
like multiple personalities.
Yeah. But in general, they're tougher in this combined form, which is why they do it.
Yeah, so, I can see that. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of metal to be dealing with.
In the cartoon, he's always got different weapons he's spinning around and shooting and stuff. He doesn't have just the gun here in the cartoon, but they didn't have that for the actual toy.
But what happens if one of them gets hurt and they can't all combine?
Well, then they can't form the big robot then. Absolutely, yeah.
That's not good.
In one episode of the cartoon, when they first started introducing these guys, in Victory, they kind of like brought them together slowly over time. They weren't a team from day one, right?
Oh.
And Hellbat, I told you, he was kind of a conniving guy,
Yeah.
right? These guys, all the other guys were talking about, we got to bring on Death Cobra. Death Cobra's going to join the group. And so there was this guy who was in the cartoon who looked like he turned into a helicopter with a cobra motif, right, for his head. Yeah. But Hellbat goes and meets with him in the cartoon and basically tries to talk him. You don't want to join these guys, And Hellbat ends up killing him on accident.
What?
So there would have been a seventh member, I guess, if they had decided to do that, but they had never made that to it.
This is the Japanese
cartoon?
This
is in the cartoon, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
and in the United States, they couldn't even
Breastforce, I know.
Laser.
Everybody would parachute the last second. Right?
Yes.
So again, unfortunate kind of naming to our Western ears, I guess, the Breastforce, but Armor Masters, I think, sounds better. The little partners.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with
breastplates.
That's the name.
Yeah.
/ animal companion / handheld weapons.
/ lower companion.
Now they did reissue this here in the last 10 years. In America, as I mentioned at the very beginning. Here is the reissue version. And we're not going to take him apart and mess with him.
Look at these weapons.
You notice the pink. So you got Guy Hawk and Hellbat and Kill Bison and God, I'm blanking on the name now. I can't because I'm old now.
Wait,
the drill horn. Drill
horn.
But the middle guy is like basically a combination of Liokaiser and Jaguar combined. So it was
It's only 5 then.
It's only a 5 one. Yeah, this is more. So officially this is Death Saurus in the middle, but all the motifs are like a combination of Liokaiser and Jaguar. So in my headcanon, instead of being Death Saurus, it's ready? Jet Jaguar. So we've come full circle. Jet Jaguar. And again, if you've never seen the movie Godzilla vs. Megalon, then this is a lot less funny too. Talking about Jet Jaguar.
The microphone. Look at that sword.
And
awesome.
for this one, this didn't have all this. It came with like 2 parts, but also the Japanese around the same time this got reissued. We're putting out these toys that had animal partners again. The animal partners were part of a toy line called Arms Microns. So they're supposed to be like Micro Masters that could turn into, happen to turn into animals. So I just cobbled together something I thought went well with these guys and made it my own. So when you bought it, it only came with this blue one here as the weapon.
Okay.
So all these other weapons I added to it to make it out.
Oh, so that's your headcanon.
So in these ones, they didn't have the animal breast components. They because these were all repaints of existing toys. So that wasn't part of the engineering. So I gave them through taking from other toy lines animal partners, and instead of transforming into their chest pieces, they just transform
their
into
weapon.
Weapons. Yeah.
So who are their animal partners?
Well, it doesn't quite exactly match up exactly. There's not there's Guy Hawk does have one that kind of turns into like a bird.
Okay.
Kill Bison does have one here on the bottom that does kind of turn into like a bull, but one of them is like a scorpion.
Okay.
Okay. One of them is like basically a horseshoe crab. One of them is a hawk.
Yes.
So there's 2 bird ones, I guess. Actually, there's not a bat, and then one of them is like more like an alligator. So I couldn't make it match up exactly, but they at least have enough partners to account for the guys that are there.
When you say you put these together, so they were existing Transformers. There was a horseshoe crab, tiny little.
In Japan, this is part of Transformers Prime in Japan.
Okay.
Okay, in Japan, in America, we just got the Transformer Prime toys, but in Japan, I guess to spice up a little bit, you bought the same thing you got in America, but it came with a little partner, which you actually had to put together.
Okay.
It's like, like a model kit. And they turn into animal partners that can turn into weapons and stuff
and
like
so
that.
That's what
That's what they call the Arms Microns. And they sold a bunch of the Arms Microns completely by themselves, without coming with a guy. And that's what these were for the most part.
Okay. So you basically have kind of...
So I acquired a bunch of the Arms Microns and said, okay, Kaisertron needs animal partners.
So this is your MacGyvered
red
Transformer combiner.
So you can look up this one some. Our focus shouldn't be on this one. I just want to show they have reissued
It's cool though.
But
yeah.
But he didn't have the full Armor Master or Breastforce capabilities again. So that
How's this guy compare to the other combiners? Like, how would you say?
Some of them are a little taller. Some of them are even smaller. I think because
on a coolness scale.
I think because this one is only available in Japan.
Yeah.
And the unique way in which he combines, I think this puts it up there in the top 5 of the combiners in my book. Okay.
All right.
There's a couple other ones that were also from Japan exclusive that we could talk about sometime that also had very unique transformations and stuff. Including one that had thunder thighs.
Is that what they called him?
He was called Road Caesar. So you got Liokaiser, Road Caesar. So they're going for a whole, like
a Caesar, like you seize it, S-I-E?
No, like Caesar, like ruler of ancient Rome.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like the salad.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so he's a road salad.
So that's Liokaiser.
Yeah.
The Breastforce.
Yes.
Again, if they brought this to America, I guarantee they wouldn't have named it that.
They would not.
But it's a really cool combiner. It's unique because many of you who are just casually knowing the Transformers have probably never seen this one before.
Yeah.
So
it's really cool, Dave.
And you did it. You transformed it.
Thank you.
We helped out
lots of
a little
help.
bit there.
Yeah, that's
so
fun.
as we do here on BeerFormers, it's time to celebrate. What are we going to celebrate with tonight?
Well, I have something that's a little fun. It's very different for us. It's from a brewery and distillery that is close to home, but we had never been to it until this past week.
It's in what town?
It's in Collinsville, Illinois.
Illinois.
And the name of this establishment is Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. And you may ask, where does it get this unique name of Old Herald? Well,
Spell Herald.
Herald.
So not named after some guy named
No,
Harry.
like
Okay.
Herald. So the space that this brewery and distillery is in, it was home to the Collinsville Herald newspaper for nearly 80 years.
That makes sense for the newspaper motifs we saw.
Absolutely. So they honor that history throughout the space. There are all kinds of old printing items and memorabilia from when it was, and photos from when it was a thriving newspaper. And they go all in with this theme. I would say that this place has a very family-friendly vibe, and it has a full-service restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And all of its beers and spirits are created on site.
Yeah, they don't just do beer; they do hard liquor too.
Absolutely, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Can
we say why we were there?
Yeah, I'll say that in a second.
Okay,
let me get through all of my wonderful facts that I put together about this place, and then I'll tell you a little more about our experience there. Okay, so the venue includes an outdoor space called Herald Square. It's where they have a beer garden and a large green space for concerts and community events. And they also have an ice cream stand outside called Cold Herald. Isn't that adorable?
Old Herald, Cold Herald. I love it.
Yeah. So a little bit about the people that make these wonderful things that we got to drink there. The owner and lead distiller at Old Herald started out as a home brewer, and he now has a dream to elevate craft spirits in the way that craft beer has just risen in the last 30 years with people trying lots of new things. And he and his brewmaster, they both come from the community, and they're both proud alumni of Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville.
Go Cougars!
Yeah, that's right. They even say so. And according to their website, their brewmaster is the number one rated dark ale in Illinois.
Oh, wow.
And they have 8 beers on tap. And most of the beers that they have right now have newspaper-related names, like Printer's Ink, which is their dark ale, which we tried, and it was wonderful.
It's really good.
Late Edition, which is an American IPA, and Witty Headline, which is a wheat beer. They do have a beer
Was it a wheaty headline?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. It's very cute.
I got it.
But one beer that was on their website today that wasn't on tap when we went there the other day is the SIUE Cougar Red Lager, which is an amber ale. So they really are all in on their Cougar spirit. So good for you guys.
For those who are from around the area, they missed an opportunity to call it the Alestle. That's the newspaper for SIU.
Yes, but they. Anywho, that would have been great, But here's the other thing about this place. Oh, wow.
Old Herald, call me.
You need to talk to this guy.
Call me, Old Herald.
He's got the dad jokes and the puns for you, okay?
Keep going.
But the other thing that's cool about it is they make all kinds of spirits. And I'm not just talking bourbon, although they have several versions of bourbon. But they make things with agave. They make vodkas. They make rums. They make gins. They make brandy. They make limoncello. Right? Isn't that crazy? And all of these things, also, you can get them straight. You can buy bottles to take home, or you can get cocktails there.
Wow.
So it's a lot of fun. When we were there, we tried a flight of bourbons, and we got a toasted rye. We got 2 that were in one was aged in a cognac cask, and one was aged in a Madeira cask. So they were all wonderful.
Yes, they were.
And our beers were delicious. And they're also very big on community events. And the reason we were there was a trivia contest for Schitt's Creek, and our team, which was called Just Fold It In, David, we won. So we were very excited about that. So in the spirit of that night, we decided to bring home some beer to continue the celebration. You cannot get bottles or cans. They don't sell in bottles or cans, but you can take home a lovely growler. And they also
And they have two different sizes. This is the small size.
And they also sell it in kegs.
Okay.
So it's a very interesting place to go. I can't believe that we've never been there in all these years that we were here. We're definitely going back. But what we're going to try tonight is their it's a
Dunkel.
It's a Dunkel. I call it their Daily Dunkel.
Daily
It's
Dunkel.
a German Dunkelweizen. So it should be like a very Belgian-y, very banana-y.
See how brown it is?
Yeah. So we're going to toast to our success at the Old Herald Schitt's Creek Trivia Contest. Toast to Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to
All the
you,
fathers
Dave,
out
and all
there.
the dads out there. And let's give this a
And
little...
to Liokaiser here. Or,
That's
or
right.
Kaisertron. As
Yeah, of the Boob Force. So here we go.
BeerFormers.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That is a Belgian, all right.
Yeah, but it's not as high alcohol as a Belgian. And it definitely, but
No,
it
but
has
it's got
that banana-ish flavor to
Yeah.
it, which I really like.
And that it's very bready.
My two favorite styles of beer are dark and Belgian doubles, triples, quads, you know. But
Oh.
I know it's only like 4 types of beers, but Belgians, but everything that comes under it,
Yeah.
and dark beers, you know. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
That's true. This is like a perfect beer for you, Dave. It could be
Absolutely.
just a little sweeter, but I like it. I think it kind of falls off on the taste at the end, but the initial taste is very good.
Yeah, I really like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Good
lovely.
beer. Good beer. Good atmosphere. Good place to go.
Oh,
Definitely
it's a
we'll
great
go back.
place. Yeah,
So.
and the spirits were wonderful. So anyway,
All right. So this kind of starting to bring us up to the end here.
Yeah.
Thanks for the information about Old Herald.
oh, you're welcome.
Thanks for the great beer that we get to try here. Thanks for your hand at trying these
fun.
Transformers. This is our first combiner. But if you would like more information about this and any other Transformers, 2 good places to go are, again, tfwiki.net. I failed to mention that last video, but I think I put it in the subtitles. And Chris McFeely has a channel on YouTube where he talks about different Transformers. It's called The Basics On.
Okay.
There is a Basics on these guys, the Breastforce, and he's got definitely one on Death Saurus, which we'll do at some point. He's definitely got one on Liokaiser, and therefore all their pieces. So check those out if you want to as well.
And again, if you want to have a lovely evening with your friends and family, check out Old Herald in Collinsville, Illinois. You will not be disappointed. Just a wonderful venue and very good beer and excellent spirits. So.
As we wrap this up, again, all those things you do on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit all the buttons.
We really appreciate it. We love the comments,
Tell your
too.
friends about us. We're having a lot of fun doing this. We
Yeah.
are getting some really good comments in this. So, yeah, so thank you
We
very
love
much.
the interaction. And if there is a... Thanks, Ronan. We got to show you our dog someday. Maybe the next episode. But if there is a beer or spirit that you think that we should try, just give us a shout out in the comments, and we will see what we can do about it.
Same thing with the Transformer. If there's
Yeah.
a Transformer that you really think is really cool, you'd like to talk about, we'd be happy to do that as well. So, here we go.
Yeah, try to stump me.
Cheers once again.
Cheers.
Thanks for watching BeerFormers.
Orange meets the rye.